Hello everyone, got some exciting console mod updates to share with you all for PlayStation 5 and Xbox players of Baldur's Gate 3, as there were some updates today to a bunch of different mods, so it's cool to see some mod updates on a Monday, but I'll also be covering some recent updates that we got regarding consoles, so you can now play as kobolds and turn your companions like Gale into kobolds if you so please, with the Ace Kobolds for console and PC mod by Ace243. I love this mod. You can also find it at the start of the game or from these three traders. I've had a few questions I just want to answer regarding this. So Volo will sell it in Act 1, Lan will sell it in Act 2, and Popper will sell it in Act 3. But you can also find it in the Nautiloid. It's hidden a little bit at the starting room. You're going to find it behind a one of the objects there. So it is a little hidden, but it is in the first room. Now, have you been recently affected by the wild magic surges that have been popping up? Well, there's a solution for that. I've actually seen this question a few times on Reddit, but it's due to this mod here. So the Camp Activities P8 mod, made by Gabe Camanescro here. This is a mod that got released last week. It makes everyone in your camp much more lively. There's actually an update that was posted 2 days ago. It has not made its way to console yet, but I'm hoping that it will. It does cut down. I've read through some of the comments here. Does cut down on the wild magic surges. They still have to happen in order to work well, but it's not going to be as obnoxious as it is at the current moment on consoles. So for those that are using that, just hopefully that update will come some point soon. Now, an absolutely huge update is the Arcane Vanguard. So Sathos is constantly putting in a lot of hard work to update their mod, and the Eldritch rework is now on console. So they previously did a Dervish rework for the subclasses, making it have new abilities and brings new balance, as their mod is already extremely well balanced, but it changes some things with the experience they've gotten modding. The Eldritch Vanguard is a really fun one. I will be posting an updated build on it, as it is changed around now, but whenever you inflict status effects, you can also apply 2 turns of mental fatigue. What that means is the target gets -2 to their intelligence, charisma, and wisdom saving throws, gains a cantrips, vicious mockery, and friends. You get different abilities here, like Maim the Weak. You'll have advantage against creatures that are suffering from mental fatigue. Bane the Feeble. Your weapon attacks force a charisma saving throw against creatures that are suffering from mental fatigue, and if they fail, they are baned, which gives a -1d4 penalty to their saving throws. And Mind Rip, you can rip mental fatigue statuses off a target and cause them to be numbed and become invulnerable to psychic damage, which obviously is quite huge. You can also use the Resonance Stone, but yeah, this works very well. And then it has a level 20 power, the Power of the Master. Your understanding of the Eldritch has allowed you to temporarily act as a patron, temporarily gaining one ally the powers of a warlock. You gain a pact boon to provide your ally and grant them 2 level 3 warlock spell slots. Furthermore, when you designate a warlock, you grant them your exhaust the incompetent passive, which gives that mental fatigue to the targets, and you gain an additional trait depending on your pack choice. This is really cool as it powers up your teammates almost like they're a warlock. Incredible update, and I will be posting an updated video on this. I also do have a little playlist of my favorite mods. So if you're ever curious what my favorite mods are, you may see this. I have 51 different mods in here. I'm constantly adding to it. It's just my favorite mod. So yeah, really excited with this new update now available on console. Sathos really cooked with this, and with their Dervish rework as well. And if you haven't tried it already, the Hellenot subclass is fantastic. They now have 7 subclasses in here. Arcane Vanguard is my favorite class mod. They've just done so much good with it. Another favorite class of mine, or subclass I should say, is the Dread Overlord Necromancer by the Dread Overlord. So this is so well done. This is the latest update, and it's their last update for quite some time, but it adds a whole lot of new stuff to it, and I'm excited. I'll also be posting an updated build on this because I love the Dread Overlord, but it adds so much. So there's 30 new unique spells and summons and features, new weapons and armors that you can get. There's quest lines for those, new undead minions. You get a skeletal dragon. You get a warlock that can help you cast. Balance progression, power over life and death. The new Dread Overlord related books and lore to make you feel like the main character. The Profane Blessing side quest empower yourself throughout the game. You can also get the Scythe of the Death Mage and the legendary Scythe of the Dracolich with this. Fully compatible with the level 20 curve mod, which I would recommend using it with this mod, and possibly also Tactician Enhance. And the Tomes of the Necromancer questlines in Act 1, 2, and 3 make you feel like an origin character. So it actually has some unique content regarding it. It also does multi-class well with some of these subclasses. I posted a build on the Oathbreaker Paladin. I found that works well. But the whole ingrained progression, multiple full quest lines is crazy. This is a huge update they've done. I would recommend grabbing or reading through this because there's quite a bit. So I guess in essence, I really like when you defeat Ketheric Thorm, you get a special armor, and you can actually wear the heavy armor with the Dread Overlord without getting any of the negative benefits to your souls. That will give you increased armor class. But yeah, you want to find the Forbidden Necromancy of Fae in Act 1 and do that quest line all the way through, as there's some new abilities or new things that would relate to that. I will be covering all this in an updated video because there's actually so much to cover in this. But this is a huge update, the Dread Overlord Necromancer. So yeah, they did a fantastic job with this. Another mod that had a huge update is the Ancient Mega Pack plus REL Random Loot mod by Permanov. I previously covered this in one of my videos. I love this mod. What it does is it adds a bunch of replayability into the game. You can craft items. There's my video covering it. So you can get randomized loot for quest lines. So you get to choose between a lot of different items here. It includes base game items, but also they add 700 new items to the game. You can combine dust together to make new dust, which can upgrade your weapon. So if you have a green rarity weapon, you can upgrade it to blue and then to purple and then to gold. So yeah, this has so much, tons of gear, 700 items in it. You can play your own way. Just don't use this haircut. But yeah, I love this mod, and getting an update is just great to see. They also have new images here to showcase it, and there's a full guide. If you're curious what this mod does, I'd recommend watching my video or reading through the guide, because a lot of it's answered there. And in my video there, I also show how to use this mod and craft your own items. But we also got an update to another huge equipment mod with Fades Equipment Distribution All-in-One by Graphic Fade. So this updates it to the latest one that came out 26 days ago. And I think this is nice because it now will work a little bit better. It fixed out some of the bugs that it had in it. And this mod also works with the Ancient Mega Pack too. So if you enjoy this, it works with it. We also got updates to the Sword Dancer of Eilistraee here by ZX10RX. I actually had some people saying they were having issues with it on console. That will no longer be an issue. And most notably, I did get a few comments, even one yesterday, regarding it missing its feats at level 4 and 8, which is now updated to correct. So just want to provide an update on that. There's also an update to the Mindweaver class, also made by ZX10RX. So yeah, you can download that there. I really like their new subclass that they added, the Soul Scion here. And I did post a build on that if you're curious to see what this looks like in actual action. There was also an update to the Cosmic Sorcery subclass mod. This is another one of my favorites. I really enjoy this mod by Cam the Lit Fam. So the Cosmic Sorcerer, which has a bunch of different spells here, it's the final update here, update 6.9, so very nice. But yeah, it adds some new abilities here, and you can see the full progression. There's a level 20 version, a level 12 version, so you don't have to go all the way up, but it has some of the coolest spells in the game with unique VFX, and they just look beautiful. As Larian mentioned, pink fireballs. We also got updates to the Act 1 Night Mode Patch 8 compatible mod by -CH-, and this now fixes some of the textures and issues that people are having with lighting, so this is now updated. I love this mod. After playing the game with Night Mode in Act 1, it's just such a cool vibe, especially if you're on subsequent playthroughs, just to get a completely different feel for Act 1. It makes it feel a lot more daunting and scary, and that fits the theming very well, because you're going through a lot at the start of the game. Also, the Act 3 Night Mode got updated as well, which also changed your loading screen, because this is technically in Act 3. So yeah, this is now all fully updated. Love this mod. You do have to have one mod installed, and that is the Just a Better Torch mod if you want to see. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time. So just a reminder, use that. It makes torches light up the world a little bit better. Now we also got an update to slightly deadlier summons here, also by CH. So this was recently added, and just makes some of the summons a bit more powerful. We also got an update to Skirbie's Death Archer progressive armor set, and this has some cool hand crossbows, cool weapons, really nice armor. Love this one. Also, the solo leveling class got updated too by Eddie Main 21. What's nice is Eddie Main's actually putting a lot of work in. They even posted 6 hours ago saying they're doing a deep dive to see if they can fix any of the bugs. I haven't really encountered a whole lot with my playing of this, but this is one of the few mods that's on console that is kind of from something else. Kind of like we got a plasma weapons mod. So maybe we'll see more mods like this. Who knows? At least they recently just did an update 10 hours ago for PC, and the last update is now available on console too. Also, an update to the War Dancer class. I've done builds on each 3 of the subclasses. I think they're great. It's a fun mod class, and this one just kind of dance around the battlefield. With one of them, you can drop down little turrets that shoot at your enemies and heal your teammates. Yeah, I like this mod a lot, the War Dancer. There's also an update to the Vampire Origin new mod by Lord_President. I really like this mod. This is the newest update. It has so many different abilities you get as a vampire here. So if you're looking to do your next Hedward Cullen playthrough, this is the way to go. And for anyone that wants to play as a vampire, I think it's really fun. It gives a cool new way to experience the game, especially if you're going to do an Astarian romance. You can both be vampires. And yeah, this is now replaced it as an origin, so you can be a vampire or a vampire spawn if you want to be the full-on one. Very nice. Also, FearTaylor's Camp Clothing mod has not gotten updated, but there is one final update that will be coming. So the last updated version is from 261 days ago. And they've put a lot of work into this. They've made so many outfits. There's literally nothing else that could be made from the assets they were using. And yeah, this version on PC was last updated 27 days ago. I think we'll see this one come sometime soon, but it's pretty complete. It has 600 different items in it, and they all look really nice. A lot of them have dye. These ones here don't have dye, but FearTaylor's camp clothing mod is my favorite camp clothing mod. Just adds so many to the game. But you can also check this out. I'm just going to show a little way on how you can see if mods have been updated if you're not at your console. So for some of these, like Fades Equipment Distribution all in one, you can scroll down here and see the version history, and you can see which versions are on PC. If you're on PC, you can always just download the previous versions if you want, and they always will have like little tooltips of what changed with each of these. But the latest version will be listed here. So if it says Windows Max, Xbox Series X, and PlayStation 5, that means you're on the latest patch. So yeah, just want to provide some updates. We got kobolds. You can talk to Minsk. You can make him a purple kobold.
Minsk has the itch that only a butt can scratch. A kicked butt, I mean.
Exactly. Yeah. Great things coming to console. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all in the next video.